Hi guys, welcome back. In this episode we're going to make more carbon fibre for the 350. Stay tuned. So in the last episodes, or the last two episodes, we've got the rear arches, the side skirts, the front wings and the front bumper finished. So in this episode I'm going to be concentrating on the front splitter. I've already started to mock up a kind of shape. So I'm going to have to cut this out of the MDF. And for the time, usually I would make a mould and make out of carbon, but for the time being, I'm going to use this and cover it in carbon. So basically creating the part, but instead of just using fiberglass, I'm going to use the carbon for now, just so that when I go to the show, it's all carbon. And later on down the line, I'll make a mould of it and go further on with that. So yeah, I've kind of came 50mm out for this splitter, and it goes back to the subframe. So the issue I've got is I've already added on a lip spoiler to this. So that is now making this 50mm lower on the side skirts, which is quite low. So I think what I'm going to do is where this starts turning round, I'm going to trim this piece off so the splitter comes up to the top of this bit of carbon here. And just finish it off with a little rubber seal or something, because I think 50mm low on the side skirt is probably going to be too low. So if I can get an extra 20mm out there and still have it running onto the subframe somehow, that's the plan. So get this cut, sanded and prepped, and these are the little winglets for under the front arches there. Get these ready, and then we'll get them painted in a 2K primer. So I'll just show you. This is the spoiler that I'm going to be doing at the same time. A little lip spoiler. So that's already been done in the 2K primer, so I'll be able to put the carbon over the top of this. That sits, kind of sits there on the bottom of the bumper there. So yeah, that needs to be done in carbon, the winglets and the front splitter. So that is this week's job. It's going to take quite a little while to do the carbon and sand it and clear coat it and all the rest of it. So that's this week's job, along with I need to get the headlights built back up. So I've got all this back from the painters. It's mainly the headlights and a couple of bits of the dash. So get all them built up as well while I'm waiting on resin and things drying. Headlights are over here, and yeah, I can hardly move again. So things are just filling up in here. And I got a new bumper for my van, so that's taking up even more space. So yeah, let's get this cut, sanded, and then get on to the painting of it. Right, let's go. I just got a phone call a little while ago to say the car can go in to get some work done, so I've quickly flung it back together, wheels on it, and I need to put the wing on it just now as well, so get that done. Next video, the car about the way, and we can get on with the other carbon fibre stuff. So yeah, let's get it on. So the car's away just now, so I've got a bit more space to get the carbon fibre skinning work done. A little bit of prep work to do first on this, a little bit of sanding. I need to seal these edges as well, and this has got a little divot in it here, so I need to use the 2-part filler just to get that nice and smooth. Same with these here, a little bit of sanding. I need to take the seals off the B-pillar covers, give them a sand up, sand and seal the edges of these little fins, and sand these ready for another coat of carbon on top of them. So yeah, as I said before, I will be making a mould of the splitter, but for time being I'm just going to make it all in carbon skinning. for the show, and same with the spoiler. I actually did make a carbon spoiler for before. It's over here. Unfortunately, I didn't really make it thick enough, so it's got a bit of a flex in it. I think I only made it with maybe 2 layers or something, so there is one there, but I'm just going to cover this other one just now, and then I'll use the mould I have that is buried at the back of the other garage, and I'll eventually make another one out of pure carbon. So yeah, that's what my plan is today. Now I've pulled out my big table. I always meant to get a covering on it, like a laminate cover. Never got around to it, but then I realised I have some glue down flooring left off one of my kitchen jobs. So I'm just going to, while I'm doing the skinning and waiting for coats to dry and things, I'll get this all covered as well. And that means I can roll out the carbon fibre on it nice and smoothly, get it cut to size. So yes, lots to do. Hopefully a couple of days we should get this all finished. I hate skinning. I tried it at the very start, and my pet peeve is sanding. So yeah, you need to base coat it with a black base coat, then put the layer of carbon over it, and then give it maybe 3-4 coats of the resin, and to build it up, and then sand it flat, and then fix the pinholes and sand it again. And it's just a never ending, for me anyway, I hate sanding, so it's a never ending process. But we'll get there eventually, and hopefully, say in a few days time, it'll be good enough just to get a layer of clear coat over the top of it all. And by that time, the cash will be back and we'll start getting all fitted up. Headlights, kind of over here, I got headlights put back together last night. There's a few bits and bobs up in this desk bit up here that I need to attend to. Still some Haltech stuff to get fitted, some lights, yeah, various bits and bobs still to be done, but we've got a couple of weeks left, so fingers crossed, all looking good. So yeah, let's get on with the carbon stuff. Time to continue with the prep work. I'm going to seal all the edges of this MDF and the ones on these fins, because you find if you've worked with MDF before, you know when you go to paint it or anything, the edges just soak it in like a sponge. So I'll give the one coat, run about the edges, give it a couple of hours to go tacky, and then I'll do the whole lot with the black base coat stuff. Now I'm waiting on more being delivered today. It's supposed to be delivered by 6 o'clock, so I'm hoping tonight I can get the base coat on and get the first layer of carbon on things. Fingers crossed, that'd be good if it went to plan. So yeah, let's get this mixed up and applied. there we have it. That's them skinned round about. I could have probably cut that bit longer. It's a little bit hairy at the edges, but once the resin goes on it, we can kind of sand that all off. So yeah, this is just a cheap carbon fibre, by the way. It's what's it called, black stuff. So there's little imperfections in it, but as I said, most of these are going to be replaced anyway. These you don't really see that much apart from a little bit, so not too bothered about them. Everything should come up all right. Yeah, should look the part anyway for the time being. For all you're going to see, you're only going to see a couple of inches right along it. So once it's all resined up and once I've completed the top, I'll flip it over and put a sheet of carbon on the bottom as well, just so it's not bare MDF that will soak up the moisture. So yes, leave these till tomorrow, and then we'll get on to putting the resin onto them. It's the next day and I'm about to start putting some resin on, but I've noticed that there is a couple of spots on this splitter where the stuff's not tacked down onto the board, and I think it's maybe just because it's been MDF, it's went off a bit quicker and I've kind of missed this tacky stage when I was putting it down. Everything else seems not too bad, so we'll just get some resin mixed up and get the first coat on. So we're back with another update. The car is back from the graphics place. It's got some graphics on it now, it's looking good. But unfortunately on the way there, when we're putting into the unit, the car had a bit of an issue where it started leaking coolant quite badly. It turned out that when I ordered these hoses from Ash Hoses, I ordered basically a plastic connectors for them. But when you read down further in the description, not suitable for high pressure applications such as coolant and turbos, but that was away down at the bottom of the page. So basically all the plastic connectors have failed just with the heat, and you see that there, it's just snapped. There's a bit inside there, and that happened up here. Basically the connector and this one at the back here just totally snapped, and it dumped all the coolant down onto the gearbox and starter motor. And since then I've not been able to start the car. You can hear the starter motor starting to engage, and then it just clicks and stops. I've took it out of the car, tested it in the pin fires and it spins, took it right off the car and tested it on the battery, same thing, but as soon as I put it back in the car, it's as if it's just not enough power to crank the engine. So I've ordered a new starter motor and I've ordered these brass fittings, so I need to change all the coolant to metal and brass, which is my mistake. But with it being in the same basically recommended product when you buy the hose, I just clicked on it and bought it. So yeah, they're obviously like a 3D printed thing that just can't take the heat, which is a shame because I now need to replace them, and hopefully the new starter motor that comes, that is the problem. It just swap it over and it fixes, and there's not something electrical that's got water into it. But yeah, the car's looking good. I've just now got a list of things I need to just get on with. The headlights are over there somewhere at the back, so we'll get the headlights changed. Excuse me. The wheels are off for a clean, and I've basically got a list of things here. I've got a couple more bits to fill and sand on the carbon parts, then I'll get them clear coated tomorrow probably. But yeah, I've got a lot of other things. I've got the seats to put in, the harnesses, got a new steering wheel coming as well, so we'll get that done. So it's just a case of get everything built up, and then we'll, fingers crossed, this starter motor solves the issue, because without it, if the car doesn't start, I can't get it on the trailer. Which kind of scuppers my plans. So we'll keep our fingers crossed, because we've got about a week and a half, I think, till Gravity. So yeah, better get cracked on with it. Well, not too shabby at all. So I'm going to need to get new hardware. I thought I had the right size, but I'll get some different hardware. I've only put a kind of bolt in every second hole just now, but it is pretty strong. And that lets me now, I'm going to find 2 fixing points at the back to go up into the subframe. And after that I can give it one more sand and clean and get it clear coated along with the rest of the parts. So that is a good thing ticked off. I'll probably paint this bracketry black. I don't have a welder or to weld the seams, that's why I've got this little diagonal brace here. It's doing the job anyway, so I'll give it a coat of black paint and get this clear coated, and that takes care of that, thank goodness. So headlights probably next because they look nice and pretty. And yeah, I've got a bunch of wiring to do for kind of the bumper lights, headlights. I'm going to try and, if I've got time, put some underglowing things on as well. But yeah, I'm happy that I've got that sorted out now. As I say, that's a major part. So see, I'll just get a couple of bolts up through the subframe or something. I don't know where I'll have a wee look under. I'll move this jack out of the way and get a little look under it and just see. I'll maybe just put them up through this kind of support brace here. That might be a good option. Yeah, maybe do that. So, okay, I got on with that. I'll need to clean this really thoroughly because I can see there's still drips of coolant and things and power steering fluid touching it. So, okay. Not bad though, we're making progress. One more job I can tick off. Right, get this splatter taken off and prepped for painting or clear coat. So I was going to clear coat these parts today with normal 2K clear, but it's kind of raining outside and I've nowhere else to do it, so I thought I'll give it another coat of the XCR resin, kind of the brush on resin. I'm not a fan of this system. I've just never had great luck with it. I've always found it just seems to attract dust, and I don't know what it is, but I've always got lots of bits in it. And that's me after sanding, hoovering, cleaning it. It's always the same. I've always had this kind of result where you've got lots of bits in it, but it gives it another coat of resin and a little bit more depth in it, so I can now sand it back when it's dry, and I'll either clear coat it myself or I'll see if I can get somebody else to do it. But yeah, these parts are more or less done for what I can do at the time being. Not sure what I'm going to go into next. I'm not sure how long this video is. If it's too long, I'll cut it here. And in the next video we'll get the seats mounted and get the interior put in and try and get the glass as well for the doors. So yeah, we'll see what it takes us. If this could be the end of the video, might not be. See you soon.